Hello and welcome back to my craft room. Just a short little video today. I just wanted to talk about what I'm calling the Great Big Little Stitchery Swap. I just put this out yesterday just as an idea during the slow stitching catch-up video that went out yesterday, just to see what people thought, and I've had such an enthusiastic response, so I thought it was worth making just a little short special video just to talk about what I've got in mind, how it would work and how you can join in if you would like to. Let's talk about first what you would need to make if you would like to join in and do a swap with me. So the idea is to create a 10 centimetre slow stitch square. It's 10 centimetres or 4 inches plus a little extra 1 centimetre around the outside, or 3/8 of an inch if you prefer to work in inches. It can be any kind of slow stitching you like. Anything that falls into our little slow stitching world is fine. I mean, you could do machine stitching if you wanted to, I don't mind. Anything at all, it doesn't matter. It could be scrappy string squares if you've got some of those that you've made, or you want to make a few more of those. It could be little patched little collages like Tori's been showing. It could be just some of your favourite stitches from the little stitchery that Create and Craft with Christine is putting together. It could be anything, whatever, Suffolk puffs, little hexagons, whatever you like, anything that's a little bit of stitching that fits into a 4-inch or 10 centimetre square. I would say leave the edges raw, don't bother about finishing the edges, because my plan is to incorporate all my little squares into one book. It'll be like a little friendship journal, just to kind of, I don't know, just to celebrate all the online friendships that I've just so enjoyed getting to know so many people through this amazing hobby over the last few months. It's been brilliant. So it's just kind of celebrating that, really. My plan is to put them all into a little book, but some people might want to join them all together into little hanging or something, or onto pieces of onto a bunting, whatever. So I would say leave the edges raw, but leave a 1 centimetre or 3/8 inch seam allowance around the outside. Don't worry about backing either, because the person you're sending it to can either back it themselves, or they might be appliquing it onto something like I'm going to do. So just leave it for them to finish as they would like to. I've actually made myself notes here so don't get confused. Don't worry about making it perfect. This should be really beginner friendly. It should work for those of us who've been stitching for years, or those of us who are just beginning. Don't worry about perfection. Imperfection is part of the charm of slow stitching as far as I'm concerned. And honestly, if you just want to get a really pretty piece of fabric and just do lots of rows of straight stitching, that is fine. It's not got to be fancy or clever or perfect. Just enjoy it. The whole idea is just to enjoy this. I also don't want it to be stressy, so I'm trying to cover a few of the questions that people already asked here, and one of the questions has been, when would I have to have it ready by? I'd like to join in but I can't do it yet, or I'd like to join in but I'm just beginning and I'm quite slow, or whatever. Let's make it a really nice long deadline so we can enjoy some slow stitching, because that it's called slow stitching for a reason. It's meant to be relaxing and you're meant to enjoy the process. So I'm suggesting quite a long deadline. I think we should aim to send our squares off to our recipients by the 31st of August. That gives us a couple of months from now to put our square, to get an idea and put our squares together. One thing I wanted to mention is that before you start arranging any swaps with other people, please make sure that you've thought about where you're prepared to send to. You know, are you prepared to send to anywhere in the world, or do you just want to stick to swapping with people inside your own country? So bear that in mind as well. Another thing related to that is there is no expectation, because I know sometimes swaps can get a little bit out of hand and there's pressure to put more things in, and there's no expectation to put anything in other than your little piece of stitching. The idea is that you could send this all over the world. It's not going to cost too much. It would go inside, you could just put it inside a little card or something, inside a normal envelope, and it will just go in your large letter post, or whatever the equivalent is in your country. I mean, I know I've already got about 20 people have already contacted me. This was only yesterday. I don't want to say no to anybody, because the more the merrier. But obviously if I'm sending out even a couple of dozen and some of them are going to the other side of the world, that could get quite expensive, and you don't want to be sending parcels that could get, So please don't think there's any obligation to send anything else. I know these things can get out of hand. Let's keep it simple. Up to you what you do between other people you're swapping with. Totally up to you, of course, but just trying to rein it in a bit. Talking about things to include, please do remember to include your name and any other names, usernames that I might know you by. So if you're swapping with me and I've maybe got a couple of dozen people that I'm swapping with, and you don't put your name in there, I won't know who it is. So that'd be an awful shame. And also, if I don't know you by your your real name and you just sign your real name, I might not know who you are. So please make it, because I'd hate to not know who it was coming from. And my last point on the rules and guidelines is enjoy the process, enjoy it. It's meant to be fun. It's meant to be chilled. So that's the kind of guidelines about what we're going to be doing, what the plan is. All of this I'm going to put in the description box below and in the Discord and in the Facebook group. This is how to join in if you would like to. If you'd like to do a direct swap with me, that's easy. You just need to contact me via one of the social platforms. So Discord, Instagram or Facebook, or by my email. There'll be a link tree in the description box to this video where you can find all of those points of contact. So you need to contact me directly so that we can swap postal addresses. And again, I will just stress, for your own security, make sure you don't ever share your address or any other personal details publicly on any of those platforms. Make sure it's by direct message or personal message with myself or whoever you're swapping with. What I'm not prepared to do is try and organise other people swapping with other people. Would just be too mind-blowing for me. So obviously it would be fun to swap with a few different people, but I'm going to leave you to connect with those people yourselves. But to make it a bit easier for you to connect with people who are also interested, I've created a special room in the Discord community. So if you haven't joined our Discord community already, it's all free. Link will be in the link tree. I suggest you jump in there. It's a great place to spend some time and swap some ideas and just have a chin wag sometimes. So there's a special room in there called Stitchery Swap. You can go in there, make it known that you're interested in swapping and which countries you're prepared to swap with, so people can respond to your message in that room, and then you can direct message each other and swap chats. Same in the Facebook group. I've created an event. That was the best way I could work out to do it. So if you're in the Arty Farty Annie Facebook group, you'll need to click on events at the top of the group, and then when you're in events you can click on about, which will give you all the details that I'm going over now. And then you can click on discussion while you're still inside that event, and then it will allow you to post in there, and you can post, just say that you're interested in swapping and where you're prepared to swap to, and then you can contact each other via Messenger. Well, and one last thing, this is thinking ahead, but if you're posting pictures of your swaps, getting your squares ready to send out, or you might not want to spoil the surprise, I suppose, but and when you get your sorts back, and when you put whatever projects you're going to work them into together, or anything at all, if you post any pictures on any of the social platforms related to this great big little Stitchery Swap, please use a hashtag so that we can all find each other and have a look. I think that'd be really fun. So I found a hashtag that doesn't seem to be being used, which is Stitchery Swap. Fantastic. It's usually really hard to find a hashtag that works, that isn't too long and hasn't already been used. So hashtag Stitchery Swap. Again, that'll all be included below. And please also tag me, just to make sure I find you, because I'd hate to miss anyone. I'm so excited about this, having got such an enthusiastic response already. I think actually, seeing as I haven't been going on here too long, I'm just going to just show you where to, if you're already in the Discord, I'll show you where to look for the Stitchery Swap room, and if you're not on Discord already, it will just give you a little look at what you might expect. So let me go in there a minute. So here we go. This is the general chat room where you just go in to just chew the fat, really, in Discord, and then down the left hand side here, it might look different if you're on a phone. I'm using the app, the desktop app on my PC, which I find easiest. We were talking about this morning actually on here. What do people use? A lot of people prefer the phone, and I'm really used to it. I just like to have it all like this so I can see what I'm doing easier. So down the left hand side here, You've got announcements, that's where you'll see different YouTube videos being announced and stuff. Then there's this public gallery section, and that's where you can go in. Art show and tell is obviously where to show your art pieces. You've done craft show and tell, that's where our stitching going. It's probably one of the busiest room in here, I think. Inspired by challenges, all sorts of things. And then members links, where you can add links to your own YouTube videos or your Instagram accounts or whatever you want to do. Down here that you've got the general chit chat and other things. Avoid that temptatious shopping if you don't want to be tempted. Here we've got one just for Sewing Bee chat, because Sewing Bee is running at the moment. Scaller box spoilers. There's all the book club. There's all sorts going on in there. Down here you'll find that if you want to join us for the live on Saturday coming, and you'd like to actually join us in voice chat so other people can hear what you're saying, this is where you need to go. Where it says voice channels here, you need to click in the community hangout. And then Tom, and let us know beforehand that you want to join in. And what we're going to do is just bring a couple of people in at a time. It got a bit mayhem last time. And then Tom will pull you through into the stream room. If you try to go into the stream room straight away, it won't allow you to. That's locked when we're doing a live stream, so that people don't wander into it by accident, really, to be honest. But if you wait in the community hangout, Tom can pull you through when we're ready. So give us a shout if anybody wants to join us in the live and be in the voice chat. It's always really fun. Deb's not going to be here telling her stories this time because she's otherwise occupied this time. She nearly made me wet myself last time laughing at her stories. Anyway, so up here, so that's the chat rooms. This is the public gallery rooms. Right down the bottom there, I've just added this one called Stitchery Swap. So if you go in there, there's nothing there yet because I've only just done it and nobody's in there yet. This is kind of outlining everything I've just been explaining to you now. If you want to let people know that you're interested in a swap, you'll go in here and you'll just post a message. So I'm going to say, hi everyone, I'm happy to swap squares with anyone. I can't type at this angle. Anyone, anywhere in the world, please. Oops, private message. But I don't know if we call it private message or direct message on Discord, but you know what I mean. There we go. So I will do that and then click enter to post it. And then up here on the left, you can see there's a little red dot there. That means someone sent me a message that I haven't read yet. I'm not going to open it yet because it's a private message and somebody might have sent me their address. So I'm not going to open that now. But that is where you will see if someone has messaged you. And that is where you can safely share your address with the person you're going to swap with. Nobody else will see it, just you and the person you send this message to. If you've ever got any questions about this or you get stuck or you're not sure, please shout. I would say either tag by using the @ sign, the same as most of the other social platforms. Tag myself or Tom, he's TTK. Oh, so this is the Arty Farty Annie group, and I see that Jolene, oh, how funny, Jolene, who won one of the prizes at the last live event, she's saying, thanks Annie, so cute. They're playing Pass the Pugs. I love that game. Well, I love the game Pass the Pigs. I'd never seen Pass the Pugs before, so that's part of the little game that Jolene won in the last live. Oh, funny. Oh. Right, anyway, so let's not get myself sidetracked. This was meant to be a quick one. So this is the Arty Farty Annie group. So you can join us if you prefer to do Facebook instead of Discord. Go for it. I'm much more comfortable in Discord now. I find it easier to navigate than Facebook, but I know a lot of people still prefer Facebook, so obviously I'm keeping this going, and this is quite a lot going on in here as well. So so if you go up to the top and click on events, I may be showing some people how to suck eggs, but it took me a while to work out even how to create an event, so I'm sure I'm not the only person who doesn't know how these things work. So you click on events, there's only one in here, and it's the great big little Stitchery Swap. So you can say, you can click here to say you're going. Yep. So that's it. That means you've joined the event. Then if you click on it to go in, here we go, click on the About tab, and then that gives you all of this information here. So if you click on the more thing there, this is giving you all a rundown of all the details that I've just gone over now. That's all that's in there at the moment. I'm trying to keep it fairly simple. Then if you click on discussion, I've done a post in here just saying, hello everyone, welcome, blah blah blah. Sandy joined in there and said, yes please. Sandy, if you're watching this, you need to also message me if you want to swap. I'll reply to that later. So this is where you could go in and add a post. Just go in here, you know, hello, I'd like to swap squares with anyone. So you wanted to say anyone in the UK. Please PM me if you'd like to swap. Something like that. Just do that and click post. I won't do it because obviously it's going to confuse people if I do it as myself. They're going to wonder what on earth. So yeah, very easy to do. And hopefully what I'm hoping is that you will all post in there and connect with each other and message each other and arrange your own individual swaps and message me if you'd like to swap with me. So it's all very exciting. I've never done anything like this before, so if there's something that you're thinking, hang on, how is that going to work? Just give me a shout. As I say, what I'm not going to be doing is taking responsibility for other people arranging swaps with each other. But if I can do anything in the Discord thing or the Facebook group to kind of facilitate and make things a little bit easier, then do please shout me. Or if there's anything that isn't clear to you, just put in the comments here or ask me in the Facebook group or Discord or whatever, and we can sort it out. It's very exciting. I can't wait. I'm going to start on my squares really soon because I'll already have to make one every couple of days just to be ready to post them off on the 31st of August or by the 31st of August. If you're swapping with me, don't worry, I probably will end up posting it a little bit earlier than that, but I just want to give myself plenty of time because this whole thing is meant to be enjoyable and relaxing. It's the whole point of slow stitching. Another thing you could do within that event on Facebook or in the Stitchery Swap room or on Discord is, you know, share some ideas about kind of things you might do for your squares, you know, inspire each other. That's kind of what it's all about and why we're doing this, really. So I'm going to stop waffling now because I really don't want this to be too long. Thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you're as excited about this idea as I am. I can't wait. All of my squares will go into making a little book that I think is going to be something that I will treasure for a long time. But there are all sorts of things you could do with this, even if you just swap one square with me or with somebody else, and that just ends up being a little patch on one of your craft bags or something like that, you know. Or you could even back it, turn it into a little brooch or something, you know. It doesn't. If you just want to do one or two squares, that's fine. If you want to do a whole load of squares and see how many people you can swap, that's fine too. Let's see how it goes. It could become a regular thing. Someone's already suggested, I think it was Leslie, it suggested a bunting pennant swap. That would be an amazing thing to think about, but maybe a bit further down the line. We'll see how we go with this first. This is nice and small and simple. Okay, enough waffle, let's go. Thanks very much everybody for joining me today, and I'll see you again really soon. Don't forget the live on Saturday, this Saturday coming, 1st of July, 8 PM to 10 PM UK time. See you there. Bye. Overexcited.